MST1 preparation part 2. Let's begin with question number 11. In the diagram, find the perimeter of the shape and find the area of the shape. Give the units of your answer. So first thing first, look at the diagram. There are sides that are missing. This side, the length is missing, and the other side is also missing. So we can take the length of that side by using the corresponding opposite sides, which are 12 and 8. Opposite to those sides are 5 and 2 respectively. So to find the missing horizontal side, that is 12 minus 5, gives you 7 centimeters. Then the vertical side is 8 minus 2, becomes 6 centimeters. Now the perimeter of the shape is just the distance around the figure. So just add all the sides, 8 plus 12 plus 6 plus 5 plus 2 plus 7. And the answer is 40 centimeters. For the area, I took the bigger rectangle and subtracted by the smaller rectangle. So the bigger rectangle is 8 by 12 minus the area of the smaller rectangle, that is 2 times 5. 8 times 12 is 96 minus 10. That gives you 86 square centimeters. That is your final answer. Take note, you can have also alternative options to find the area of the shape. One, you can cut the shape into 2 distinct parts. For example, you cut along the side and you get the area of each section. So this section, for example, 8, the area is 8 times 7. Okay, that is 8 times 7. That is equal to 56 square centimeters. And the other one is 5 times 6. That gives you 30 square centimeters. So 56 plus 30, that gives you the same answer, 86 square centimeters. Number 12, calculate the area of the trapezium. So you can use the formula 1/2 of the base 1 plus base 2 times height. Okay, so your base 1 is 16, your base 2 is 13. All right, 1/2 of 13 plus 16 times 4, that is equal to 1/2 of 29 times 4. You can cancel 2 and 4 divided by 2, so we have 2. 2 times 29 is equal to 58. 58 square centimeter is your final answer. Or you can also try to cut the figure into 2. So this side is 4, then this one is 3, 16 by minus 13. So the area of the triangle is 1/2 of the base times height, 1/2 of 3 times 4, that is 12 divided by 2, that is 6, plus the area of 13 times 4, that is 52. So total is 58 square centimeters. So the answer is still the same. Number 13, B is 120 meters away from A and the bearing of 053 degrees. Find the distance D, then find the bearing of A from B. So upon looking at that, you can have your angle 53 and the D here, this is the opposite. You can take trigonometric ratios. D is equal to the sine of 53 degrees, opposite of our hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is 120. So cross multiply, D is equal to sine 53 times 120, and the value of D is 95.9 meters. rounded up to 3 significant figures. For letter B, what is the bearing of A from B? A from B, you look from B, then point B, go north, then clockwise. That will be the bearing that you're looking for. So this one is 53 degrees. So you can add by 180. Here is 180, the straight line. That is in total 180 plus 53 equals 233 degrees. 14. In the triangle ABC, AB is 12 cm, C is 90 degrees, then angle A is 27 degrees. Calculate the length of AC. Okay, look from angle 27. AC is adjacent to angle 27. AB is the hypotenuse of the triangle ABC. Then you can use the trigonometric ratio, TOA, for your reference. Which one is the ratio having adjacent and hypotenuse? That is cosine. Okay, so apply cosine rule, cosine formula. Cosine 27 equals AC per 12. Then cosine 27 times 12 is equals to AC. Use your calculator to find the value of AC. AC is now 10.6920. 10.6920 rounded off to 10.7 centimeters. The diagram shows a hemispherical bowl of a radius 5.6 centimeters and a cylindrical tin of height 10 centimeters. A, show that the volume of the bowl is 368 cubic centimeter, correct to the nearest cubic centimeter. Take note that the volume of the sphere formula is equal to V equals 4/3 pi r cubed. Now, hemisphere is half of the sphere. Therefore, you will take the half of 4/3 pi r cubed. So you can cancel 2. You can cancel 2 and 4 divided by 2. So you have 2/3. Okay, so your formula is 2/3 pi r cubed. So 2/3 pi r cubed, substitute the radius, that is 5.6 cubed, equals 367.80, or rounded off to nearest cubic centimeter, that is 368. Now, question letter B, find the radius of the tin when the soup is poured into the empty bowl. 80% of the volume of the bowl is filled. So get the 80% of hemisphere's volume, that is 368 times 80%, and gives you 294.4 cubic centimeter. That is the volume of your cylinder. Using that data, you can find the radius of the cylindrical tin when the volume is 294.4 and the height is given 10. So use the formula, cylinder volume formula, volume equals pi r squared h. Substitute the volume, 294.4 equals pi r squared times 10. Then you are going to multiply 10 times pi, that is 10 pi, then r squared, divided by both sides by 10 pi. So r squared is equal to 294.4 divided by 10 pi. Then get the root, square root, then get the square root to find the value of r. So r is equal to 3.06 centimeters. The diagrams show a cube, a cylinder, and a hemisphere. The volume of each of these solids is 2,000 cubic centimeters. A. Find the height of the cylinder. Note that each solid has a volume of 2,000 cubic centimeter. So the volume here is 2,000. Cylinder is also 2,000. And hemisphere is also 2,000 cubic centimeters. Now, how to find the height of the cylinder? You go back to the formula, that is pi r squared h. And the volume is 2,000. So equation 2,000 equals pi. Radius is not 10. Radius is half of 10 because 10 is diameter. The radius is half of your diameter, which is 5 units. So 5 times 5 is 25 times pi, 25 pi times h, then equal to 2,000. Divide both sides by 25 pi, you will have h is equal to 25.46. This is your answer in centimeters. Work out the radius r of the hemisphere. Use the volume formula for the hemisphere, which is 2/3 pi r cubed. So 2,000 equals 2/3 pi r cubed, and your radius is missing, but you are going to have cross multiplication process. Cross multiply 2,000 times 3, that is 6,000. Then the remaining is 2 pi r cubed. Divided by both sides by 2 pi. R cubed is equal to 6,000 divided by 2 pi. Then get the cube root of your r. So you can have r is equal to the cube root of 6,000 divided by 2 pi. And r now is 9.85 centimeters. This is the radius of your hemisphere. 17. The diagram shows a triangular prism. ABCD is a horizontal rectangle, and DA is 10 cm, AB is 5 cm. BCQP is a vertical rectangle, and BP is 6 centimeters. Calculate the length of DP. Okay, how to calculate the length of DP is using Pythagorean theorem. But prior to find DP, you have to find the DB. Okay, find DB first. DB is equal to the square root of 10 square plus 5 square, right? So DB is equal to the square root of 125. I will not break down the square root of 125. I just write down there to find the length of DP. DP is now equal to the square root of, still Pythagorean theorem because here is 90 degrees, 6 square plus the square root of 125 square. So you can cancel the square and the square symbol and the square here. So what's left is the square of 6 plus 125. That is 36 plus 125 equals the square root of 121. And the answer, DP, is equal to 12.7 centimeters. Question B, the angle between DP and the horizontal rectangle ABCD. So what you're looking for here is the angle here. When I say this is angle X, for example. So angle X now is using trigonometric ratios. You have 6 in the opposite, and you have square root of 125 on adjacent. You can use also the 12.7 or square root of 161 in your DP. But in my case, I will just use the square root of 125 as the length of my adjacent. So we can have the ratio of opposite over adjacent, that is tangent. So angle PDB, or I mark X in the figure, that is equal to the tan X equals opposite 6, then adjacent square root of 125. Then X is equal to the tan of -1 multiplied to 6 over square root of 125. That gives you X is equal to 28.2 degrees. Another question. A cylinder has a radius of 6 centimeters and a height of 17 centimeters. So the height is 17 and, the radius is 6 centimeters. Now find the one significant figures. So go back to the formula of a cylinder volume, pi r squared h. Then substitute your r, which is 6 squared times 17, and you will get 612 pi. 612 pi in simplest term will become 1,922.65 4704, or rounded up to four significant figures, 1,923 cubic centimeters.